Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. We keep seeing the same people open the gate. Didn't Kevin open the gate and let Tiffany in?
She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes.
Katt Williams has always been known for his unapologetic and controversial takes. Still, his recent expose on Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears has sent shockwaves through Hollywood. In a recent interview, Williams didn't hold back, revealing shocking details about their alleged involvement in a new lawsuit for what he described as disgusting acts. This revelation surprises many, especially considering Haddish's rise to fame and Spears' established career in comedy. The details of the lawsuit are still emerging, but the implications for both Haddish and Spears could be devastating. Could this scandal tarnish their reputations forever? And what does this mean for their careers moving forward? Join us as we unravel how Katt Williams exposes Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears' new lawsuit for disgusting acts. But before that, don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. In a recent surprising twist, renowned comedian Katt Williams has stirred up controversy by unveiling a lawsuit against fellow comedians Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. He accuses them of partaking in what he describes as disgusting acts. This lawsuit has reverberated throughout the entertainment realm, alleging a string of distasteful behaviors committed by Haddish and Spears, both on stage and off. Williams, celebrated for his razor-sharp humor and bold demeanor, has chosen to shine a light on what he perceives as a violation of professional standards. Haddish, once seen as a beloved and wholesome actress, her image has taken a sharp turn last year when she found herself embroiled in a disturbing legal battle. According to Katt, this lawsuit brought to light peculiar and suggestive videos featuring Haddish and Spears raising eyebrows and casting doubt on their reputations. The legal dispute, instigated by a young woman identified as Jane Doe, accuses Haddish and Spears of coercing Jane and her younger brother, John Doe, into creating unsettling content. The ramifications of this lawsuit are immense, potentially jeopardizing not only Haddish's career, but also her public perception. Jane disclosed that Tiffany had crossed paths with their mother when Jane and John were youngsters. The two women bonded over their shared experiences of divorce, sparking a deep friendship. Tiffany became so close to the family that she would reach out to them every Christmas and on birthdays. Upon learning that Jane and John harbored acting aspirations, Tiffany, already establishing herself in Hollywood, expressed her desire to assist them. Tiffany assured the kids' mother that she could help them break into the industry. She even claimed to have secured Jane a role in a TV commercial. Trusting Tiffany implicitly, the mother allowed Jane to attend the shoot unaccompanied, a decision that would later haunt her. As the details emerged, numerous warning signs surfaced about the commercial, with the most alarming being Tiffany's secrecy regarding its content. This lack of transparency raised significant concerns for Jane and her mother, leading them to question Tiffany's motives and the true nature of her involvement in their lives. Since Tiffany was a family friend, the family felt that Jane was in good hands even though she didn't suffer any physical harm. However, because Jane was only 14 years old at the time, she saw and did something that she shouldn't have because when she arrived at the shoot location, she was asked to watch another group of young girls who had already begun filming. According to Jane, the girls were arguing over the hoagie, and then they started eating the sandwich from opposite ends while making suggestive noises as if they were doing something Jane knew. She was then asked to repeat what she had witnessed, but she was so anxious that she couldn't. She said that Tiffany hadn't entered the room to demonstrate to her how to eat the sandwich suggestively, making additional gestures with her hands and sounds, but Jane wasn't comfortable enough to repeat it. This infuriated Tiffany, who then sent Jane on her way, giving her $100 for her troubles. Jane stated that she was uncomfortable and didn't inform her mother. A year later, Haddish approached the children's mother, offering Jane's younger brother, John, a chance to be featured in a video. Despite promising that John would star in a Nickelodeon sizzle reel, the comedian allegedly had him participate in a video titled "The Mind of a Pedophile," which was shared on Funny or Die and other online platforms. A spokesperson for Funny or Die expressed disgust over the video, asserting that the platform would never create such content. They emphasized that Funny or Die had no role in the video's inception, development, funding, or production. The video was uploaded as user-generated content and was promptly removed in 2018 upon discovery. This turn of events left the family shocked and betrayed, as they had been led to believe that John's involvement would lead to a positive opportunity. Instead, they found themselves embroiled in a disturbing situation, with John unwittingly featured in a video that bore no resemblance to the promised Nickelodeon project. According to the lawsuit, Spears' home was the location of the shoot, which both siblings allegedly attended. After the kids were home and weren't with their mother, Jane reported, "Haddish's conduct altered, which she had never been rude to me before. She had never raised her voice. So it was almost like a complete 180. The lawsuit claims that the kids were kept apart during the filming. According to Jane's memory, Haddish instructed her to stay on a couch downstairs while her brother was being shot upstairs. Video footage shot in which Spears portrays a pedophile and Haddish, the boy's guardian, puts him in her care. For most of the video, John is only wearing his underpants as Spears' character glares at him through 2 holes in a newspaper he appears to be reading. The sketch features a tantalizing close-up of the 7-year-old's genitalia while he plays. In one of the clips, Spears rubs the youngster's shoulders and sprays baby oil on his back. In another, the boy plays with a train in a way that seems to suggest phallic masturbation. In another scene, Spears watches the child smoking a cigarette in a bathtub and dousing his feet in water. By the time the video concludes, the youngster is using baby oil on his shirtless shoulder and using a newspaper to peek at his babysitter. The last on-screen text says, "Be careful who you trust with your children." Jane remembered that when her brother came downstairs, he was crying intensely, his face red and tears flowing. She was immediately frightened because she didn't know what had happened to him. "When that happened, the only thing I could feel was how I felt in my video with Tiffany," Jane later explained. "I didn't know at the time if anything happened with him, like what had happened to me, but I just felt like something wasn't right with that moment." The sibling's mother was deeply concerned when she received a call from her son, who was crying. However, the explanations she got from Haddish did little to calm her fears. She said something like, "I don't think acting is for him," the mother recalled. And I'm like, "What do you mean, acting isn't for him? My son is crying. Like, what is going on?" The mother spent the next week trying to get the footage of her son from Spears, but Spears kept saying it hadn't been edited yet. Eventually, Spears claimed that John had been uncooperative during the shoot, so his footage was unusable and had been deleted. This left the family worried and wanting to know the truth about what happened to John during the shoot. Miss Morris, now accompanied by her adult daughter, finds herself entangled in a legal battle, facing the repercussions of their pursuit of what many perceive as a trivial lawsuit. The fallout from their actions reverberated across social media, sparking a widespread uproar. Tiffany, feeling the heat of public scrutiny, felt compelled to issue a personal statement in an attempt to salvage her reputation. In her statement, Tiffany acknowledged the public's curiosity and concern while lamenting the constraints imposed by the ongoing legal proceedings. She expressed regret for her participation in a comedic sketch that had backfired, emphasizing her eagerness to share more details once legally permissible. Despite initial support, Jane's decision to distance herself from Tiffany raised eyebrows, prompting speculation about potential behind-the-scenes dealings. However, amidst the controversy, a surprising voice emerged in Tiffany's defense. Jane's assertion that she and her family had a long-standing relationship with Tiffany, and thus vouched for her character, added a twist to the narrative. Yet, some skeptics viewed this as an attempt to quell the rising tide of criticism rather than a genuine show of support. As tensions escalated, accusations swirled that Tiffany had resorted to financial means to silence dissent and avert a public scandal. Despite these efforts, the damage to Tiffany's reputation seemed irreparable, with many expressing their disillusionment and withdrawing their support. The revelations stemming from the lawsuit triggered a wave of backlash, leading to Tiffany's swift cancellation in the eyes of the public. Tiffany's career has taken a significant hit since the lawsuit, leading to her virtual exclusion from Hollywood. Her inability to secure roles as she did before the legal battle has resulted in a sort of informal ban from the industry. Even the announcement of her return for Girls Trip 2 was met with fierce backlash, prompting calls and petitions for her character to be written out of the movie. Despite having 2 upcoming films, Tiffany has acknowledged that these were projects she had already completed before the lawsuit. She has openly admitted that her career has suffered a downturn and that she struggles to secure new opportunities. This decline in her career has not garnered much sympathy from the public, as many believe she brought it upon herself. Comments such as "Tiffany got what she deserved" and "you don't mess with the babies" reflect the sentiment that Tiffany's actions were egregious and unforgivable. People feel that she endangered children and should face the consequences. The prevailing opinion seems to be that Tiffany's future in the industry is uncertain and that she must rely on her efforts to rebuild her reputation and career. Despite any potential comeback, many remain unsympathetic, viewing her situation as a result of her actions. Reports suggest that Tiffany is gearing up for a significant public relations effort ahead of the release of Girls Trip 2. It will be intriguing to see how she plans to navigate this. The aftermath of the legal dispute has been swift and widespread. Fans and industry insiders alike have been shocked by the allegations against Haddish and Spears. The lawsuit has sparked a broader discussion about the behavior expected from comedians and the power dynamics within the comedy community. In response, representatives for Haddish and Spears have strongly denied any wrongdoing, dismissing the claims as unfounded and driven by personal grudges rather than genuine concerns about professional conduct. This has added another layer of complexity to the situation. As Tiffany prepares to address the fallout from the lawsuit, all eyes are on her to see how she will attempt to restore her reputation. The upcoming release of Girls Trip 2 adds a sense of urgency to her efforts, as the film's success could be pivotal in reshaping the public perception of her. Do you think Tiffany Haddish could regain her reputation after this lawsuit? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Then, check out the next video if you don't know that Katt Williams leaked the footage to expose Beyoncé as Hollywood's biggest handler. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.